we don't make decisions. We as in humans don't make decisions based on the research or based on, to some extent, what someone tells us. Because at the end, when the food comes in front of us, logic goes out of the window. It's that in that moment, what is the strongest emotion within us? So I feel it's like, at least when I learnt about it, it's very good to learn, but I find it a little less practical when the food comes. So this is slightly deviating from our conversation.
No, please,
but
please.
If I have something exciting to do in my life, for which I'm so excited to do that I will do everything else to support that, then that goal of mine can supersede my emotions and cravings at that time. You put delicious chocolates in front of me, I don't feel like I have to stop myself. Because if I eat that and it doesn't support my body and I know it, it will stop me from achieving my goal, which is far more important than the taste or the temptation that ever will exist. You can give me the reason, the calories, the logic, the fiber, but when it's in my hand, I'm not thinking. But if I have something far more important, my hand will drop it. So that's emotion, for me, plays a bigger role as to what I really want to do with my life. How important is my energy, my health for that goal versus how important is the taste of this.
But that goal is usually long-term, correct? That long-term goal, for example, for me, let's say I want to lose my fat loss. How do I get that into the current decision-making emotion model? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if we are working 8 hours towards that long-term goal, then it translates to all our activities. It's that constantly we are thinking about our goal, and every decision. I'll give a very simple example. When the woman is pregnant, you tell her to sit down here, she will check if it's comfortable for her baby. Now, you will say, how can she think of her baby all the time? You ask a woman, she can. Every decision in the 9 months is it good for my child or not? So, the child is her goal. Can we have as strong a goal? And this is part of the Satvic principles, which I'm sharing, which means so much to us that no matter how convinced we are logically, if it is not serving that purpose, we will push it away.
So my wife follows Satvic movement, or maybe not name a Satvic movement, but she does exactly what you guys are saying. Her goal is not to have a skin blister. That is her long-term goal. She'll do everything to have such a smooth skin, okay? So she will not eat anything and all those things. And when I know she loves paneer biryani. But when her carb content is too much, she just says no. She is able to connect this with this. So what is the purpose of life that you briefly touched upon? Give me some examples. What is the purpose of life? Do I have to be fit? What is fit? And do I have to lose belly fat? I know we're talking philosophically, but I think that is a part of Satvic movement as well. Satvic movement is not just about food, isn't it?
I think, again, this is something that will, each one will see life so differently.
Correct.
And at each age group, I think we see life differently. When we are young, we only want a bike, or we only want for a guy to date a girl. And as we become older, we only want that job, or we only want the salary raise. So I think our demands and our needs of life keep changing. But when we see our own selves, I think I'll share from that point of view, because I can relate to how I see life. Our purpose at Satvic movement, we see, is a combination of two aspects. When we combine the two, we're most likely going to be achieving our purpose of life. Is how we see it. So I can share that. The two components need to overlap or come together. The first is, what are our innate strengths that are given to us by nature. We did not have to work for it. For example, we find that you're really funny. You're not trying to be funny.
Right.
It's who you are. So it's your innate strength to bring humor in a serious conversation. Right? So I'm just using an example.
Oh, thank God you told me that.
So we all have innate strengths that we see we are better at this than other people around us, because that comes as to who we are. When we use our innate strengths to, and this is the second component, to help and serve others around us, our fellow humans, our fellow animals, our mother nature. When we are helping, directly wanting to help, serve, we are using our talents, our strengths for a larger cause. That, when it comes together, most of the times will be the purpose we are here. And that purpose can drive us so much because we are directly seeing someone's benefiting. And that joy is very precious. And we are using our skills, so it's also easy. It's never feeling like we're having to struggle or go against the flow. So when we are able to do that, then the temptations of the daily life that come in the way, the distractions and the temptations are easy to say no to for that purpose. That's the reason we are doing everything. We are eating so we get energy so we can do that. It's not because we are eating because we enjoy and it's complete in itself. I think for me at least, that thought that, is it going to help me serve my purpose? And if not, sorry. It could be food, it could be something else, whatever it be. Because that's the driving force. And I think when we don't connect with that, then we are left in the moment how we feel. Every decision is a momentarily choice, and most of the time we'll give into the mind and the taste.
Wow, that's so deep.